The next feasibility test is operational feasibility, one that seems to cause students problems conceptually, but hopefully this video will help you understand what this feasibility test is, why you do it, and how you go about doing it. I suppose the first overview is to understand that this feasibility test is all about how your solution impacts the day-to-day running of the business for the client and for the student. Getting into more detail, how are the end users and the managers, the client, and the end users being the students in this case, how are they affected by the problem that you are trying to solve and by the solutions that you have come up with and the alternative solutions that you've come up with? I keep mentioning alternative solutions because you need to have more than one solution. That is there in the criteria. Without more than one solution, you will not pass this MTask. In order to achieve an operational feasibility test or to conduct one, you need to evaluate not just whether a system can work, but actually whether a system does work in practice. In day-to-day use, does what you're proposing actually work? I've picked here the example of the dash cam because the dash cam is the most cutting edge, most difficult feature that you have to propose a solution for. Is your solution, the solution that you're proposing, is it actually practical to use for Justin? And is it practical for the end user, the students, to actually view their footage afterwards? Let's think about how you would go about solving this, the nuts and bolts of what you need to do for this task. Evaluate what the client or the students currently do. So right now we are in a paper-based system where if Justin wants to make an appointment with his clients, presumably he will ask them, shall I see you the same time next week? They'll say, no, I can do 2 o'clock, I can't do 1 o'clock. He'll look at his diary and go, that's fine, I can do that. And you should have already found out how it is that he's doing that, but we know that he's not doing it via an app. He's using a paper-based system. So as a result of that, we know that he's using this system to book appointments, to amend appointments. What if someone wants to change an appointment? Do they ring up and leave a message? Presumably they don't talk to him while he's doing driving lessons. Even if he's wearing some kind of hands-free device, if you were receiving a driving lesson and paying £50 an hour, and suddenly your instructor starts talking to someone else, you're not going to feel very happy about that. So how does that currently work? How do they currently access the theory information? So go through each of these different tasks, each of these different areas that you're exploring, that you're looking to make a change, and then think about how they do it now. And then you're going to compare that to your solution, and then think about what is going to change as a result of your app. The product that you are bringing to market, how is this going to change the day-to-day running of the business? So it would be a good idea to first of all examine what he does now and examine how that's going to change as a result of the app that you're bringing to market. You need to evaluate your proposed solution and think about whether or not it works. What are the benefits and the drawbacks of your proposed solution? Is it easier? Is it harder to use, and why? And finally, you need to make a recommendation. At the end of each of these feasibility studies or feasibility tests, you need to make a recommendation, go or no go. Spend the money, don't spend the money, and say why.